our next guest changed her health and her life when she went gluten-free. She turned that knowledge then into a blog and a cookbook.
We hear more and more talking about going gluten-free, going dairy-free. I have a friend who is celiac, so she's forced to be gluten-free. For you, is it a choice, or do you have issues with gluten or dairy?
Yeah, it's definitely for my health. A few years ago, I started having a lot of symptoms, just chronic fatigue, digestion issues. I was losing weight, unexplained, didn't know why. So eventually I discovered that it was related to food allergies. For me, it's both gluten and dairy, but gluten was the first one that I cut out of my diet, and I noticed a huge difference, even within just like a week. I felt so much better, and over the course of a year, I was able to just get healthier, regain weight, have more energy. So I realized that, you know, the food that I ate really did affect how I felt in a huge way. And that's what you know, kind of inspired me to write my cookbooks and to start my blog to share it with other people.
You know, I think a lot of people feel like if you go gluten-free, you go dairy-free, you start eating really healthy, that it means boring meals that don't taste good, forcing yourself to eat vegetables. But you talk about the fact that eating whole and natural and unrefined foods they taste great.
Right.
You're eating things that taste great. And I love what you said, that you view every meal as an opportunity to heal.
Right. Yeah, whether you know, have had digestive problems from eating too much gluten, or you're trying to work on, you know, losing weight or gaining weight, food is so important, and it really can be a tool and a mechanism to help you, whether, you know, whatever health issue you're facing. So looking at your plate as a canvas and something that you can paint with color and flavor and fiber, that's a wonderful way to kind of view the food that you eat and use it as, you know, a tool to help you get to your best health.
Let's talk about what you have here, because you have
Treats.
this book. It's called Super Healthy Cookies, and
Yes.
this is an example of a super healthy cookie.
Right.
That Tiffany and I are going to decide if it really tastes good.
Yeah.
But what is this and what's in it? And I'm going to hand Tiff one of
So
these.
this is the Almond Pecan cookies from the book.
Oh,
and
they're soft.
It's made, yep, they're fairly soft. It's made out of blanched almond flour, which I have here. This is just ground up blanched almonds, so they're very low in carbohydrates and high in protein. So they have kind of a, there's no butter, but they have kind of a buttery flavor.
Very buttery. How'd you
Very
get
buttery.
that?
Just natural, kind of when the nuts get toasted in the oven, it just kind of brings out their buttery qualities.
Delicious.
I
I think
love
kids would even like this.
Yeah. And they're very sturdy too, so these are one of my favorites for transporting, like around the holidays and things like that. So a lot of gluten-free baked goods can just crumble and turn into kind of a mess because there's no gluten, but I try to make sure all my baked goods are pretty good with structure.
And don't you feel that more and more stores now have gluten-free flours, or
Yes.
they mark things that are gluten? I mean, it's easier than ever to find these types of ingredients.
Yeah, it's so much easier. There's so many natural food stores now, Whole Foods, co-ops, all those things. And I always tell people too, if you can't find it in a store, Amazon has everything. So you can always buy it online too.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding. This is a really good cookie.
It's delicious.
It's really good. Okay, now what are these guys?
So these are the Cranberry Oatmeal Muffins from the Pure Kitchen, and these are made with oatmeal and buckwheat flour. They also have some cranberries in them for added sweetness, and they're sweetened with maple syrup, so there's no refined sugar.
It doesn't sound good,
Right.
but they look good.
Yeah, they're
and
very
these two
moist.
are really soft.
They're very moist, and they hold together really nicely.
Inside.
Yeah, that looks fantastic. Oh, thank you. Okay, I'm going to taste this.
Here's where you can find out more about Hallie and her recipes. It's dailybitesblog.com. Also, we can find out more about getting her books. I'm vouching for that cookie. One of the best cookies. Love it.
Yeah, it's
Fantastic.
awesome. It tasted great. So nice to have you. Thank you so
thank
much.
you.
Join us for a full hour of the Morning Blend tomorrow at 9 a.m.
For more Morning Blend, go to themorningblend.com.